the shelves.
A lot of the packaging, which is commercially available, can look in the form of an Oreo package. Um, we have seen stuffed cereal bags, pina colada mixes.
Other drugs like rainbow fentanyl can look like candy as well. Fortunately, the Attorney General's office tells us they have not had any instances of drugged Halloween candy in North Carolina.
Well, the U.S. says China has agreed to buy 25 million metric tons of U.S. soybeans annually. This is an agreement forged between President Trump and China's President Xi Jinping. The two men in South Korea talk about future trade. Soybeans will hit harder to China. Data from the U.S. Department of Agriculture shows soybeans were the largest agricultural export last year. And here in North Carolina, the crop is a $643 million industry. Farmers planted more than 1.6 million acres last year. Nearly every county has a soybean farm. Sampson, Johnston, Wayne counties are all among the top producers.
The town of Knightdale wants to help people who are hurting from federal funding. It's a partnership with Wayne County. Homeowners receiving utilities through the City of Raleigh can fill out an application for benefits. Warmth for Wayne offers 2 quarts of firewood or a space heater. You can also get help with food. You can find more information on the town's website. And local business also planning to help families worried about losing SNAP benefits. Durham and Chapel Hill locations will offer free loaves of bread to anyone with an EBT card. The offer starts tomorrow and is only available in person during business hours.
Electric vehicle sales have slowed since President Trump took office. Now companies are finding new ways to use all of that technology. Even Browse shows us some of the new ways the tech is being repurposed.
The start of the Trump administration marked the end of government support for electric vehicles. The mandates, the tax credits, and subsidies are now a thing of the past, but that doesn't mean the technology created for EVs is now useless.
You've got high-speed power electronics, you've got multiple sensors, you've got battery capacity, you've got a lot of core technology that was developed for higher volume. And so now that's being repurposed.
A big part of repurposing is finding new ways to use all that battery technology. Some companies are now adapting it as backups to power grids, feeling the strain from AI data centers.
It makes more viable energy alternatives using the extra capacity developed for EVs.
One company, aside to say microdevices, is even finding new age tech uses for their highly sensitive radar technology.
Using, for example, millimeter wave radar demonstration in cabin can now be used for fall detection in bathrooms or coming out of your bed. Things like that.
Some say they're just scratching the surface. EV technology could soon show up in fields like healthcare and education. It is simply a matter of adjusting hardware and algorithms, and those old parts could even end up being more lucrative in different settings.
The more you work with it, the more capability you see, right? So that basically you can apply knowledge from one market and apply it to another market.
Wow, interesting. That was Eben Brown reporting. Well, NASA's new supersonic jet aced its first flight over the Mojave Desert. The X-59 jet is designed to make very little noise and be capable of traveling faster than the speed of sound without the sonic boom. The ban on supersonic flights over the U.S. was put in place back in 1973 in response to concerns about damage and noise pollution. The space agency is teaming up with Lockheed Martin to design the new planes, which would travel around 768 miles per hour.
Hundreds of residents displaced from their western Alaska communities are slowly returning home. Typhoon Halong destroyed upwards of 90% of villages. Despite numbers, state lawmakers are committed to returning people to their homes by November 10th. But residents say they have not received information about how they'll get there.
Getting us out of there and getting them cages, they got us out of there safe, but since we got here, probably a year and a half, because half of us don't know what we're supposed to do next.
It's unrealistic to tell the communities that the village is ready to go home by November 10th.
More than 1,000 people have applied for individual assistance. Homeowners and renters can apply for up to $100,000 to replace or repair personal property, or up to $500